Hello and welcome to another short video. So we will talk about the newest info Flare Networks has put out. It's about when the Flare network will launch, and it will probably launch end of September at the start of October. So we will look at that just in a second. So just want to highlight here, I know many of you are angry, I know many of you were waiting for the airdrop and can't wait until final launches, but I just want to emphasize here that it's very important to cut them some slack, because I know you want all of that stuff, but if they would rush that, then the probabilities are high that it's so full of bugs that it's unusable and nobody even wants to use it. So I would highlight that the product shouldn't be dead on arrival. So that's what they want to ensure here, that it's not full of bugs, that it would be nice if they would launch tomorrow, whatever, but there would be severe consequences if anything goes wrong. And that's why and also I am a software developer, and sometimes it's hard to hit the milestones, so sometimes it just happens that it takes longer. I know for the people who were waiting, I guess the best example with the delays would be, for example, what was it, Cyberpunk. So it was the same thing here, that they were, I think, delayed 2 times, but out of good reasons. And then even after they released it, people were still complaining about all the bugs and stuff like that. So they were trying to give an estimate, and apparently they miscalculated. They announced it a little bit too early, but it's okay. So sometimes that happens. So I just want to highlight here, we can look into the ticket lane here. We can see here lots of tickets are still open. Also lots of testing tickets. We've got lots of tickets open in the to-do lane as well in the doing lane. So there are lots of tickets still in the works, more or less. And that's the reason why all of that is being delayed. So the current idea is that we will launch a new, a testnet first called Songbird. So it's a testnet where you will also get another airdrop. It's about a testnet which also remains its integrity and doesn't have a faucet. So usually when you're using a testnet, for example, with the XRP toolkit, we can just airdrop ourselves XRP whenever we want to. So we can go to access testnet, and whenever I'm there, I could just go and say, yep, I want a new account, generate credentials, and get a new account with 1000 XRP on it, or even more. So that's a so-called testnet faucet, and that's here the testnet. And the idea here is that the Songbird network won't have that. So they will airdrop it to users, and that's it, more or less. And there will be no possibility to create more. And right, so you can see here that, like I said, it's called the Canary network. On it, like I said, they will launch the EVM, so the Ethereum virtual machine, with the smart contracts, if I read it correctly there. Somewhere there they mentioned it. Right, so you can see here, so it's the Canary network for Flare. We'll have 2 distinct phases. Prior to launch of Flare, Songbird will be instrumental in continued testing of Flare time series oracles, so with the FTSO and the state connector and FS systems, and the network architecture, FTSO and FS protocols. We will live on Songbird with FS generated from the underlying tokens. This will improve the security, stability, and credibility for the ultimate launch of Flare. So you can see a post of Flare launch. Songbird is intended to be a long-term network for testing, governance, like changes to Flare. So this will be, they are mentioning here, so you know that that they will have a community-led governance on the Flare network. And whenever they want to roll out a new feature, they will first do it on the Canary network, and then can deploy to the LiveNet. So you can still see here in what first advanced testing, okay. Right, first advanced testing and community building for applications that wish to launch from Flare. Ideally, all applications launch from Flare special to those. Okay, let's go on. So they're just talking about Flare Finance and other products they want to launch on Flare. So there will be a Songbird token, so it will be, like I said, another airdrop for so it's nice. So everybody having a self-custody wallet, it's no problem, so you will also just receive it there. So with what you set up with the message key, for everybody having had XRP on an exchange during the snapshot, you will have to contact the exchange. So let's hope they will comply, because in the worst case they can just say no, we won't do that. So they will, like I said, give out the song SGB. So what was the name? Songbird token. SGB for Songbird probably. Yeah, Songbird. It is, my bad. And right, for what per XRP you will get a ratio of 1 to 0.1511 Songbird tokens. So right, there are no rewards or anything. There's the initial distribution of the testnet tokens, and that's it more or less. And right, so what else is there? The launch order, Songbird will launch first. Right, so Songbird, yeah, they will just launch the Ethereum virtual machine there and then add these smart contracts to it. So it's the first idea. Then there's the Flare launch. Flare will launch after substantial testing of all systems in Songbird with the current final security and audit. So we can see here that the security audit is scheduled at the end of September. That means probably that they won't launch it before end of September, is what I meant here. So yeah, it's probably going to be the start of October, so a few more months to wait. Right, anything else there? Songbird should not be considered a production-ready network. Yep. So like I said, Songbird is going to be just another testnet, which is going to be launching and which is going to be there. They will do an airdrop also for the testnet. And also, like I said, I know it's bad. I know you all waited for it forever and can wait until the final launches. But like I said, just consider that they were trying their best to meet the deadlines, and who couldn't, and just have to ask here again, what would you rather want to have? A network which might launch us and you get your airdrop and can sell off or whatever you intended to do, but which is going to be buggy and not really usable, maybe, probably, so I can't really tell here, but I'm just assuming here, because if they would feel confident in launching it, they would have, but since they're not launching it now, there might be still some things to implement and program. And right, so the only thing I can tell you here is please be patient. Please don't make up any theories. So let's read some real crazy theories. Yeah, they're not launching the Flare network because the prices aren't good and stuff like that. To me, this board speak tells me something else. To me, this board tells me they're not launching because the prices aren't good of XRP. This board is telling me that it's not ready. Okay, because they're not done yet here. And it's as simple as that. So I know, like I said, it's horrible, it's bad, but just be patient. Try to not express your anger somewhere. Just keep on living and maybe watch some of my previous videos because there's lots to learn there. Alright then, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.